Adrian Tyrell Horne, age 43, and his 44-year-old girlfriend Latasha Tennis Tomlin, lived together in their home on London Church Road in Wilson, North Carolina. Adrian worked as a commercial roofer in construction. He held his journeyman's license with Simon Roofing. Latasha went to Bedingfield High School in North Carolina. She works as a home health care worker. Latasha had been planning to leave Horne for some time due to long-time abuse. On August 31 in 2021, Latasha's grown son, Raekwon, and daughter Fredria, came to help her move out, and leave Adrian for good. Raekwon, Latasha's 21-year-old son, brought his girlfriend, 18-year-old Lakeia Williams, and 8-month-old baby with him. Adrian became angry when he noticed her children were there to help her move, and at one point he pulled out a semi-automatic handgun, and began shooting. Adrian left the scene forcing Latasha, at gunpoint, into the car with the baby. At some point he shot her in the car several times, and fled the scene, leaving the baby in the car alone. After multiple neighbors called in due to hearing gunshots in the area, authorities were dispatched to the scene. Upon arrival they found one deceased male victim with several gunshot wounds, and 2 females with gunshot wounds. The women were transported to closest hospital for emergency care. It was later discovered that the deceased male victim was Latasha's 21-year-old son, Raekwon Williams. The 2 female victims were Latasha's 18-year-old daughter, Fredria Williams, and Raekwon's 18-year-old girlfriend Lakeia Williams. Both women were injured but survived. Lakeia was shot once in the back, and Fredria was shot 8 times up and down the right side of her body, injuring her in the chest, jaw and back. Lakeia was treated and released a few days later. Fredria was in critical condition, and had multiple surgeries. She is expected to make a full recovery. Approximately 17 miles away from the scene, police notice Horne's Buick near Cedar Creek Lane and Otter Creek Road. Surveillance footage showed Horne driving up to the area where police found the car. Horne was nowhere to be found, but inside his vehicle they found Latasha Tomlin dead from gunshot wounds. The 8-month-old baby was unharmed, but taken to the hospital to be checked, then reunited with her mother when she was released from the hospital. Police issued a "Be on the lookout for Horne." He's described as being 5 foot 10 inches tall, and weighing 220 pounds. He was last seen on August 31 in the area off Otter Creek Road in Edgecombe County. He was getting into a champagne-colored Yukon wearing a white sweatshirt. Further investigation revealed that the Yukon that Horne got into belonged to his brother, Timothy Robert Horne. Police issue a warrant for his arrest for aiding and abetting. Sheriff Woodward released a statement: "We tirelessly worked throughout the night obtaining information from our law enforcement partners to bring this criminal to justice. Our objectives are to locate and arrest this criminal and bring closure to the family. We are utilizing all available personnel, intelligence resources and technology to ensure his apprehension for these senseless murders. We will continue to pray for the family and our community during this time." Shirley Tomlin, Latasha's mother, told reporters that Horne had been abusing her daughter for quite some time. She said it would go months and she would not hear from her daughter, then she would get fed up with the abuse and show up at her doorstep. She said the last time she made a decision to leave him. She got tired of it and ran away from there, and she came back to me and told me, "Mom, I'm tired of this man, he's been beating me up in my sleep," Tomlin said. In her sleep, waking her up saying she was kissing somebody out the window. "And my daughter don't do nothing like that." She continued, "He killed my baby. We feel like we're waiting on Tasha to pull right up. Tasha was always late, always late. It's been so hard on me, it's been so hard." Latasha's cousin, Willie Tomlin said, "I learned about this guy maybe a month or 2 ago. He was trying to isolate her, then he started threatening her family members. Her brother Sean indicated to me that it was a toxic situation. She just couldn't get away from him. He is like a little snake on the ground, and he'd wiggle off. I'm going to put it like this: why are people so angry to the point where they would take another human life just because they're not having a good day? It needs to stop. He said Raekwon, Latasha's son, was trying to get his life together for his 8-month-old daughter. To be a young male in this day and time, I think he was okay. You've got young males today that they have no respect for nothing, and he wasn't like that. Police learned where Horne was hiding early Wednesday morning. Wanda Samuel, the sheriff's office chief of staff, said, "The Wilson County Sheriff's Office sent a team of investigators to Wayne County, and an apprehension plan was put into place," she told reporters. Horne was believed to be at the Tanglewood Mobile Home Park located inside of Goldsboro. Officers from Goldsboro Police Department, the SBI Violent Crime Apprehension Team, and the Wayne County Sheriff's Office executed a search warrant at the location Horne was believed to be hiding. Horne was given commands to come out of the residence. He complied with those commands, and came out with his hands up, and laid down on the ground, and was taken into custody, Samuel said. Horne was transported back to the Wilson County Sheriff's Office by our deputies that were already in Wayne County at the time he was taken into custody. 2 handguns were seized from inside the home Horne was apprehended in. Mr. Horne was armed and dangerous, and now he has been removed from the community, and he will no longer be able to harm anyone else, Sheriff Calvin Woodard said in a statement. Every agency involved was dedicated to serving justice for the family and for Wilson County community. Horne faces 2 counts of first-degree murder, 2 counts of attempted murder and 4 counts of discharging a firearm into an occupied vehicle causing serious bodily harm. He's also being charged with larceny, cocaine trafficking, and first-degree kidnapping. Latasha's mother, Shirley, said, "I feel better knowing he's locked up. He's going to pay for what he did to her." Horne's brother, Timothy Horne, has been charged with 4 counts of acting as an accessory after the fact of first-degree murder for assisting his brother in escaping. He is being held under a $250,000 bond. Adrian Tyrell Horne had his first court hearing on Friday, September 3 in 2021. He was given a court-appointed attorney, and his next court appearance was on September 20. He is being held without bond due to the nature of his crimes. Latasha Tomlin and Raekwon Williams' funeral services were held at 1 p.m. on Thursday, September 9 in 2021 at the Tabernacle Temple of Jesus Christ in Wilson, North Carolina. Friends and relatives gathered together in remembrance to pay their last respects to Latasha and her son Raekwon. Adrian Tyrell Horne was an abusive man who tormented his girlfriend. When she decided it was time to leave for good, he couldn't take it, and took his rage out not only on her but her children. He shot each of her children numerous times and only shot Raekwon's girlfriend once in the back. This shows the hatred and rage he held toward Latasha. When she decided to leave him, she and her children became the target of his rage. He wanted her to suffer, and he knew hurting her children would hurt her far more than any pain he could give her. He was an evil, vile man who deserves far worse than he will ever get. May all the victims in this case rest in peace. Hopefully her surviving children will move forward in spite of the terrible tragedy they were forced to live through. That concludes this episode. Keep your eye out for the next volume, coming soon. If you enjoyed this video, consider subscribing. Thanks for watching.